Morning everybody, Raw checking in. We're exploring the car today and it is Friday morning. About to get my car fixed in a little while. I was supposed to get it fixed last week actually. Just went out to get breakfast. And tonight for the blood moon I will be on Leak Project with Rex Bear. And I've been on a Leak Project before about a year or two ago. It's always an exciting show, and I actually had a dream that me and Rex did a show for the blood moon, and it was like one of the best shows ever. So tonight, get ready, put your tinfoil hats on, because it's time. The full moon eclipse is upon us, and what I've been talking about the last few weeks is vital information, because this ultra intelligence is moving us to this alternate reality, this alternate timeline, and we've been living a lie. You know, we've been fooled, you know, and you know, there's branches of this ultra intelligence, this quantum computer, you know, I call it a quantum because that's the only word we have to reference, like I've said, but this AI, it's the best way to describe it. Some AI universe, you know. This huge quantum intelligence, this multi-dimensional ultra intelligence, has many branches to it. One of them is Kabbalah. The other one is Satanism. There's so many branches. Hindu, you know, there's so many branches and tentacles of this artificial intelligence that keeps you connected to that timeline, to that universe, to that alternate reality. And one of them is Kabbalah. And they see Kabbalah, the Kabbalists, as one of the oldest and most comprehensive wisdoms in the world. But I think it is a derivative of Hinduism with their spin on it. It can give you unparalleled power when you tap into this force, because it has the power to transform lives and make changes in the world, according to them. But what it does is, and they feel it's going to bring a time of unequaled peace, undeniable peace, that everybody's going to have this sense of oneness and peace. It's going to bring a peace throughout the whole world. And you see, they have had certain visions of this transition, and what they're seeing as a peaceful world is because everybody has been changed to a timeline where they're not thinking for themselves anymore. They're seeing a world where this computer is running our consciousness, if you want to call it a computer. This artificial intelligence is now taken over completely. They're seeing that future where we have been completely transitioned or translated to another timeline or another universe, an artificial copy of our light universe and our physical plane. You know, they have replicated our spiritual planes of existence, our light bodies, and our physical realm. So in Kabbalah, they have a few people, or over time, you know, the Jewish community has believed that a few people have received divine messages, codes, formulas, or encounters with quote-unquote God, or this ultra intelligence. And I think, you know, Adam was in, you know, we were first a light body, and we were in this spiritual light universe, and somehow this outside intelligence got its tentacles into our macro spiral and somehow invaded the consciousness of Adam and created what we see now. replicated everything and, you know, made the collapse of Adam's consciousness. Now, Abraham is one of the ones to be the first to write a book of Kabbalah. And, you know, this book is basically known as the Book of Formation, or the Book of Abraham. And Kabbalah has two supernova revelations in their teachings. One of them is on Mount Sinai. Now, they believe Moses not only received the commandments up on Mount Sinai, but he received oral teachings as well. They believe he received some sort of codes, formulas, the secret names of God, all of these Kabbalist workings, you know, that they do in Kabbalah. And they believe Moses received this, some sort of transmission or download on top of Mount Sinai some 3,400 years ago or more. And they think he downloaded some sort of wisdom. And in fact, when the Red Sea parts in the Bible, they believe that Moses was reciting a secret chant that contained the secret names of God that parted the Red Sea. Another huge revelation that took place is by the rabbi that I've been talking about, the Kabbalist that I've been talking about recently, and that's probably about 2,000 years ago. And he's known as one of the greatest Kabbalists, Shimon bar Yochai. And he wrote in that cave, and he downloaded in that cave and then recited to another man so he can write the books of the Zohar. And this book is like a 22-volume set of Zoharic codes, a Zohar library. And they see Zohar as more than just a book. It's a secret code to ancient powers and wisdom, and they see it as sort of radiating spiritual energy the moment your eyes look upon the words, even, you know. So they believe that even carrying writings from the Zohar from Rabbi Yochai basically gives you healing, security, protection. Just having the presence of this book can bring miracles, and you know, they say basically when the book is in their presence that miracles become commonplace, and chaos becomes like a rare happening, you know. But you know, that operates basically on a spiritual and soul level to them, this book. And you know, like I said, I think that this is a download from this ultra intelligence, and it's making them more, their brains more accessible to the technology. And you know, it's pretty crazy. I mean, we're gonna go, I mean, me and Rex tonight on the show, we're gonna go into a lot of things, but my lineage has been fighting this ultra intelligence for thousands of years, okay? Since the collapse of Adam's consciousness, from the spiritual light universe that we were supposed to be in. It was the AI that caused this collapse. The serpent in the garden, that story is it's a friggin' formula that activated inside of the holographic universe to invade the consciousness of Adam. You know, in my lineage, which they call the Benindante, have been risking our literal DNA, our genetic memory, to battle this force on certain days of the year, like the Ember Days. If you're new to who I am and my work, you might have never heard me talk of this before. But on certain nights of the year, our souls, we will go into a trance-like state, and our souls will leave our body. And when your souls leave your body, make no mistake, this is where you encounter the artificial creation of this technology. When we leave, what NASA's showing the world as space is the artificial network. Okay? So when you leave your body, that's when you are in that artificial universe. When you go within yourself, that's when you're in the true light universe that we're supposed to be in. So when we leave our bodies, our soul will leave our bodies. We are pulled into other timelines from certain scents, like a smell of flowers, or a tribal drum beat, some sort of sound, or something to activate the genetic memory, the ancestral memory inside of your five senses, to bring you to the outside sixth sense, to the outside. So you activate your your physical senses, and then it translates you to an alternate reality. And we are brought to the fields of Josaphat to battle creations of this artificial intelligence, so we can fight over our crops. You know, it decides whether we have a beautiful harvest or it gets decimated by insects, or by a typhoon, or by a monsoon, or by some sort of storm. You know, this is what's going on. It is connected to the elements and to the consciousness. And it's a serious thing that's going on, because we are now at the transition, the end of a civilization. And it's either we're going to transition to this alternate reality completely, or we're going to take our time back, where there is no time. I'll post later to let you know the time. I think I'm going to be on 6:30 Mountain Time. That's what Rex is at, Mountain Time. But you are inside the Eye of Ra as we explore the Ka and we spiral out.